What is going on, buddy? It is Pigs Parties here, and welcome back to Slay the Princess. When we left off, we've encountered at least one more. We had the Spectre, and then last time,
Ghosty ghost.
we're on the verge of something. We had a very fun time in that one, but hey, it's not over yet. Because there's a princess in that. There's a prince. I did it again. There's a princess in that cabin. Really? Or no, that's right.
Yeah.
Because I read on the cabin as princess, so I thought I had to. All right, fuck it. My brain is so good.
It's melting.
If you don't,
it'll be the end of the world. Yeah, I get it. Do we have a new voice inside us of Isaeways and obviously happened yet?
Or if he doesn't remember what happened.
Yes,
he didn't approve of it.
Yes! The king!
If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
The king!
Yes!
Our beloved?
My favorite one.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, it's perfect.
So all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Yeah! But yeah, it's always like, I think it's that kind of thing where like the voice of the hero is like the baseline template of like the unknowing person coming up, and then all of the voices that come in from what we kind of instigate happening in chapter 1.
Yeah.
Oh, the Smitten. Welcome, King.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just
Literally
be sure
me.
to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Okay, let's go through it. Just see what the Smitten has to say about the why should I listen to you?
Those are two very different questions.
Yeah,
but
indulge
let's
me.
say
A
for
version of
a moment,
me.
feel
I'm back here. You didn't listen to
You
me.
were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything?
Stop making fun of me.
Asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us,
Yeah.
and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Don't care. We need
Do you
love.
think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Talk about this princess. I'm with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from that cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
Yes!
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Let's
talk about this
Just
princess.
be quick about it.
The reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. Now she's supposed to end the world.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
Yes.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Who locked in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her
Yeah, the
in that.
people thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me something new.
I've told you everything you need to know,
No.
not to sound like a broken
Yeah,
record.
broker guy. Yeah,
Look, oh.
Didn't
Of
special.
course, you're calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends.
Damn.
But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
That's all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world...
Yeah, beta. Proceed to the cabin.
Proceed.
A warning.
Or you
But
going
she
your
will
Yeah,
lie.
sure. Don't tell me what she
We already
says.
told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do. But I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Yeah, because I like how the narrator talks to us and not
Yeah.
the voices, you know. Interesting.
And like we're a voice too, which is I don't know.
Yeah, but we don't really get to speak. We just have a form of control over the
The room is
Ooh.
clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only
Interesting.
furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, he's ain't about a mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror.
Yeah, the usual thing here.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
I want to see how handsome I am.
That's a great idea.
I knew
We
you'd
have to
love it,
make sure
Smitten.
we're looking
Yeah.
our best before we save her. We shouldn't waste time preening. If he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
I get very distracted.
It's just mirrors and music different too.
I think it is. It
Yeah.
feels almost more fantasy-esque. All right. I'll do the mirror.
Yeah.
Walk up to the wall next
Yeah,
Just
that's
in
a wall.
case.
Let the mirror clean.
You reach
There we
forward
go.
and
Yeah.
rub your hand against the cabin wall. I
Yeah,
hope you
look at
know
this,
it. It was
look at
there
that.
a second, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Oh my god.
Oh, man. All right. Once again, no blade.
Yeah.
No weapon speed run into the basement.
We're here to rescue.
We're kind. We're friendly.
Yes.
She'll love us.
The door to the basement
Ooh.
creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed
Very
carpet
dungeon-like.
glimmers in the light
Yeah.
of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yes.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Oh, my
Felt my tongue
king.
till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Nonsense.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
Are we not, though?
Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down
Just
the
look at her.
stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
She's
binding
cuter.
her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Is it just me or is she cuter?
You know she can't hear,
Yeah.
right?
That's a different dress, right?
I
Like
think
the
so.
bottom isn't all like
It's all,
tattered.
it's all frilled.
She
Yeah.
may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Well, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Oh, man.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
She remembers!
Yes.
Do you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Damn right.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
And me.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us.
Because of you.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
That was an interesting way to say it. So the entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first. What's done is done.
Meaning, he's like, I hoped I would be the first of your fuck-ups. But apparently not.
Yeah.
So, hey, don't do it again, is what he's saying.
I almost wonder if, like, the game is kind of going in a meta sense where, like, the end of the world is potentially because of maybe Grabby Hands, as we refer to whatever the fuck kind of thing is. Is that Grabby Hands, when it gets the various princesses and comes to and gets its sentience based off of what you get, perhaps some of them are, you know, bad and may destroy the world. And in his world, maybe it destroyed the world, and he's, like, trying to fix it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Okay. Well.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yes.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
No.
Nah.
Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died?
Yeah.
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. That's
Okay. Yeah.
But before we started talking, did the world end?
Sorry what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
She just seems to be that way.
That's because she's perfect.
Yeah.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
The voice is probably the Grabby Hands.
Yeah.
If you can consider that anything, but, I heard a lot. Why would you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body.
Yeah.
That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Okay. I did bring enough. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
You're too positive about that.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Watch me.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one who thinks that's weird?
Hey, she just wants to get the hell out of here. You
didn't
know
care
what?
last
I respect
time.
that.
Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
She wouldn't end the... I'll just ask her. Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just
my
like
heart.
our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Oh, man. I have no way. We say these kind of things to the Grabby Hands. We've literally said that same exact sentence. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending.
Huh.
So it's like
People
people are
are
a plague, and I hope
plague.
you brought us.
Wow. It's like, no, I don't want the world to. Maybe just tell her not to.
I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
I like how you said that. That gives me so much confidence.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. Not so sure.
Oh boy, is this gonna be like a? Would she say anything that would get our love on her? Like, if that's what you want, then I ended the world.
Yeah.
I'll tell you anything you want so I can get your love. Rescue the princess.
I can't let you do that.
I-
If you take another step towards the princess,
Step.
I would if you had a weapon.
Shit. Hold,
Did you do that?
Not on my
I didn't mean
watch,
to, it's
villain.
auto go. Oh.
My passions contain titanic depths, and
God.
if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
I like your words, Magic Man. Okay, so I think there's what? Take with the body and force try to kill her. Okay, yeah.
You need to stop skipping stuff for some reason.
Well, there's also times where it registers it as 2 button presses instead of 1. It's done it a couple times when I've been moving up and down.
Huh.
It's really weird, but
You wouldn't.
oh, I would.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Like it is, when it comes to more theory stuff, like the voices, when they're able to take over and do something, have as much authority as the narrator does.
Yeah.
Because there's the same thing with,
The contrarian?
The contrarian kept continuously just
He's
bopping
like,
shit
nope,
around.
we're doing this, we're doing that. Yeah.
And, the smitten just says, oh, we can slide her hand out. It's like, that shouldn't have worked, but we did it.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Look how cute she is. Look at her.
No, I'm a believer.
Look at her.
I'm afraid.
Look at
I thought you
her.
were trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Listen, don't remind the narrator of that.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Love.
Only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine
Oh
blade
my
would
God.
be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Jesus
Luckily for
Christ.
Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Yeah.
What do we do now?
She's so cute.
We elope. What do you want to do? And we leave, and then we have to hold. I'll ask her what she wants to
Excuse
do.
Let me guess. End the world?
Or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Is her hair a little different too?
I think it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
There's some small details they change in there. And also, something that's very specific that I've caught on to that kind of shows a bit about the narrator in a sense. And that I've kind of been analyzing it when it pops up around again. When voices talk about other voices, it's normal. But when any of the voices talk about the narrator, they capitalize he and they capitalize him, which you do for God.
Yeah.
So,
I noticed that from the
yeah.
very first time.
I noticed it, but I wanted to try
I just never said anything.
Me either, and I wanted to analyze between when they would talk about each other, and they never capitalized that, which shows that the narrator is a higher being of sorts.
The narrator's the DM.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
I want to leave with you.
The princess closes her eyes in deep
I
reflection.
think I want to end the world.
that'd be so bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
End the world. Wait, you're poisoning me. That was an option. We should,
God.
do you want to end the world? Let's not do it.
No.
I want you to tell me what you
I
want.
just want to
Yeah.
make you happy.
She can't just want to make
Why
us
is
happy.
darkness
Whoa.
closing in? I think the Grabby Hands are closing in
Makes
on
sense
us.
to me.
No.
That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Because the hair's coming in on
Yeah.
the sides. Do we push that or do we try? I want to try.
Oh, the music.
Grabby Hands, but
No, but she's so cute. No.
this isn't right. Let's just get out of here. If you want to leave, then let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
Oh God.
Okay, the Grabby Hands left. Okay.
The princess takes your hand,
Hey.
the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about
She's so
this.
cute.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh,
No!
the door
You-
slams in your face and the lock clicks.
You know what? Fool me once. Yeah, no, fucking.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
At
But then the
least,
smitten comes in with his power, and we kick the door off its hinges.
at least the knife isn't here.
Yet.
Yeah.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Yeah.
Come on, Smitten, do your thing.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Do it.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
It's a Disney
Of
logic.
course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
Oh, but I will.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Dude, I've given up. These guys, they're fucking crazy, okay? I'm just here.
I think we can open it if we try together. Or, I think I've got this.
Now we try together with the power of love.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together.
Blah.
Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
We cannot be defeated.
You and the princess make your way upstairs,
Uh-huh.
and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the
No!
right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
No.
You're not
You're
doing,
not doing
that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. Hate you.
That's
God.
not out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you?
Mm.
You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin,
There's gonna be
and
nothing
then
to
you
do.
step outside.
Oh.
There's a world. Oh, but the corners.
Yeah.
Shit.
But
Our
look at
happy
her.
ending at
Listen,
last.
at least she gets a moment of happiness.
Yeah.
We did it. What should we do now?
Well,
She's-
about that.
She's so pretty, though. Look at
Where
her.
did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Same.
I'm cold.
Oh.
Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh my God, that's sad.
Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh my God.
There we go. Well, that hurts even more. All right.
I didn't like that. That felt different.
But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
You know how this goes, hero boy.
Nah.
Let's see. So we've done the it's going to be okay part. So let's just say, of course, you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Oh, I bet.
Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Approach the mirror.
Felt, though.
Gaze into your reflection. What do we fucking look like today?
Yeah.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Yeah, we are fucking falling apart in the mirror there.
Yeah.
We look a little malnourished. Turn yourself to long quiet once again. And then we can proceed to the cabin.
What?
I wonder if it's almost an inverse, because like when we gathered a powerful princess, we became powerful, and when we've gathered the kind ones, we've been falling apart.
Yeah.
What if we're building ourselves, and so like we're maybe making ourselves weaker to where we can't destroy the world? Like it's not necessarily about that, or maybe it's a weird balance of being able to defeat the amalgamation that we're creating up there. Because why else make the point of us, growing or shrinking than the fact of it coming down to a final point on that? But don't know anything for sure. But we are at the cabin. My beloved, I'm so sorry.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least they're supposed to be people.
Yeah.
There's a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
We're immortal.
Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
That's a brain breaker.
What do you think about this vessel?
Yeah.
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Let's go. Another
Do
gentle
not
heart.
worry.
Yeah.
She has served her purpose.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken yet?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Okay, when you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator. And he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. Yes, I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does. All of them are he does. If I don't find him, I'm going to kill him. When I find him, you and I are going to finally going to have some answers.
Yeah.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
All right. No more
One.
vessels.
Oh.
Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Okay. This is the last time when there's anything we bring. You're probably going to say you don't care.
These gifts are a conversation,
Yeah.
and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay. Going back. I'm just going to... Well, you know how that goes. I'll close my fucking game out.
What you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn. Is that supposed to be talking about, like, in Greek mythology and the fates? Are we going to cut the thread, or are we going to... You know what I mean?
It potentially can be... Or it's also saying... So it seems if one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it comes down to that, or is it saying the threads of like weaving together a being and seeing what we create? Is that what she wants to see? It could be either one.
yeah.
But I'm ready to go back. I'm not gonna fuck this up and attack or destroy myself.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we could be the last one and give ourselves to you. But I'm ready to go back. I want to find
The
another
next time I
princess.
see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything is Arcanine, our favorite. Now, here's a question.
Yes.
So,
You're on a path in the
I
woods,
swear to
and
God,
at the end of that path is a
you better be
cabin,
done with this.
and in the basement of that cabin is a
princess.
princess.
But, like, I don't know if the princesses that we are gathering matters to what we create.
That's what I was thinking,
It
too.
seems like that's the case. Because I had the idea before I was realizing that of like, oh, we can kind of take a similar course of action and, you know, instead of, you know, freeing her, we betray her trust that we gather. Because she's a different one when we go down there without the blade. But there are less options when we go down there without the blade. But that's probably going to be a bad one when we betray her trust going down there and then kill her. Do we want to try and take the blade down there and find a positive route off of that?
Yes.
Let's go with that.
You're here.
Yep, they're here to say, these
What
are
voice
all...
do we have now?
Well, because it's chapter 1, we don't have one.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
that's
we
true.
haven't gone through anything yet.
Yeah.
So thanks for knowing what to do. All right.
It's
Yeah,
all part of the job.
yeah, I get it. I get it. Enter the cabin.
The interior
Gotta be
blade.
careful. Enter the basement. Or wait. We don't want... Take... Because we want to find a different one. That's
Yeah.
right. I almost went down the end of the bit. We're
Yeah.
going to take the blade. Because that way we'll do that and try to rescue her.
Uh-huh.
Because I think that'll yield better results than going down there and fucking betraying her.
Yeah.
So let's
Unless
take
the
blade.
narrator
Take the
takes
blade from
control
the
again.
table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Well, the point is that we're trying to get a positive outcome.
Yeah.
Because we know that down there without taking it seemed a lot more limited than this way.
Yeah.
And the only other way I can remember from the other one is just stabbing her after we're trying to, you know, save her and all that. So, okay.
The door to the basement
Creaks
creaks open. Her
Yep, and
voice.
it's going to be
Who's
this
there?
one.
Yeah.
She sounds. Don't let it
Hey
fool
there.
you.
Just checking
Oh.
in on you.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Hey.
You walk down the stairs and lock
There's
eyes. She's so
princess.
coldly
Coldly
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah, see, she
The
looks
task
so
at hand.
different.
Yeah, she looks, you know, sad, upset, 1,000-yard stare.
Mm-hmm.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
About that. No, wait, why would you even think that? Because I'm
That
holding a
giant
knife.
you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare.
No,
It's
I will.
fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Yeah. I'm going to drop it.
Yep.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you
Yeah,
step
even her
forward to
crown's
speak
different.
with the princess face to face.
Everything's different.
Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
To free her from these cuffs.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
This whole thing
Yeah.
again. You're gonna, let's see. I'm gonna go, because we said a lot of some of these things before,
Yeah.
and it's not anything different. I would like to say, how would I get you out of here?
Yeah.
You can't. Don't bother.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Yeah.
Sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
Oh, she
You
is.
know it.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Let's see what we've got here. Let me go ahead and with the, yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Well, I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
And do you think asking
Whoa.
me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear?
Yes.
Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
Honestly, fair.
Mm-hmm.
I think we did literally all of those before, so
Yeah.
nope, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be.
No, I'm doing this again, dude.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay. If there isn't a key, do you have any ideas? Besides me cutting you out of here.
Yeah.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Well, okay. A lot
She
more
speaks
stoic
with
on that
almost
one than the
complete
last one.
nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
She's not as excited as the last
Yeah.
one. Or, well, I say excited, but gnawing, fucking chomping at the bit, literally.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams
Uh-oh.
shut.
Yeah, used to
You
this
hear the
one.
click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try the
Try
door.
the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Okay, this is an interesting parallel, but a different version with us this time.
It
You're
is.
here to slay the princess,
'Cause-
and you won't leave until the task
Well-
is done.
Because this happened literally last time, but we had the kinder one in chapter 1 because we didn't bring the knife with us.
Yeah.
This time we did, and now it's on the floor, but then there is locking us in again, just like last time.
Uh-huh.
But it's probably going to play out a little differently because she's a more cold version of herself
Yes.
than the other one was. Hey, let me out of
Your
here.
shouts and pleas are met with silence.
You little fucking P's and
I'll
Q's.
repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Turn to the bottom of the
You make
stairs.
your way back to the bottom of the stairs.
Hey, girl.
This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Used to this.
Yep.
But hey.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Oh my god.
God.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm sure I will.
Save.
I'm gonna save the princess.
Against your better
Oh, there's,
judgment,
Yeah.
there's those eyes
place
again.
the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh.
She just doesn't have blood on her mouth and
Yeah.
like before.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before
Very
long, you're
little
able to
detail,
crack
but it's
through bone.
there.
Yeah.
She pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
God.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting
Yeah,
yours.
she
Yeah,
doesn't have
she's-
like a cute smile this
Yeah.
time.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Got plenty of those waiting where she's going.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The
No.
stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the door, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
I've played this
Wait,
game before.
This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
All right,
We're
where
Warner,
we've got
yep.
a Warner button. All right,
Stop
Warner
that.
Brothers.
I think thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
No.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Save me,
I'll
queen.
make this quick.
I feel like she'll make it
She
quick.
steps forward,
She knows how to
pries
use
the
a
blade
fucking
from your
knife.
rigid hands.
She's gonna get us like right in the fucking temple all the way through.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
She's just like, hold on, I got this.
And then she slits
Yep.
your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Oh boy, maybe I.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
I hope so too. What kind of kind of princess did we create today?
Yeah.
Prisoner?
Mm.
Not necessarily a bad thing.
No?
You're on a path.
If you say this one more time,
here
but
to
you will
slay
say it.
Okay, so.
If you don't,
Well, I'm getting a sense of deja vu.
terrible sense of deja vu. Don't forget what he did
The
to us
skeptic.
the last
Oh,
time
yeah.
around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
It's more than deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing really just
We could go
happened.
back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
No. Okay, what should I do?
Let's
The
say
two
for
questions.
Yeah.
Yep.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this
Whoa.
is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
No, I'm a professional.
Sure
He took
you
your
are.
line. Oh.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here.
And
Did time simply rewind itself? If it's the latter,
What
what if
happened
you
after
think
you
the people
died?
there lived happily ever
Princess
after?
and- brought
Or
in the
do you
Emperor,
think
that's
that
the same
what a
thing as for.
conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin? For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles. No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about
Just
this
be quick
princess a
about
little
it.
bit. Yeah, there's yours. Give me that. Someone's got a letter. All that
She
stuff.
just can.
How's she supposed to kill the world?
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets.
Oh,
Oh. That's
I'll
a new
check
one.
my pockets.
You put your hands in your
the
pockets
The evidence.
envelope with the words, "the evidence," written across the front.
Thanks.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting.
Oh my
It
god.
reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
It's more like your voices will end the world if you do stop it.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for
That's
all
our
sakes.
handwriting.
Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
I don't see you holding a pencil very well with them
That's
grabby
true.
claws
the
there.
claws, yeah.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk.
Yes.
I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
What is this place?
Locked her
Yeah,
in
it's people like a nice lair. And the prophecy
Of course you're
special.
yes, right. We're here because we're special.
Special.
You're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here.
I thought he was going to say, I'm
But
also
we're all
annoyed
in
that
this
you're here.
together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
Right, being
Told you
cagey.
everything. Not to sound like a broken
Broken
record.
record. Yeah. Okay,
Great.
that's fine.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting.
Bated breath. Yeah. Proceed to the cabin.
Yep.
A warning.
Yeah,
She will lie.
don't believe a word.
Yes, don't believe a word she says.
Just like me, for real, for real.
Take the knife and do what you're supposed to.
Wink.
Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
I love this guy.
Oh my gosh.
Proceed to the cabin. Alright.
The interior
Ooh,
of the cabin
Oh.
is less a cozy woodland retreat
he's the prisoner.
and more like
Yeah.
a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold,
gonna say that
uninviting
table looks like a
stone
friggin'
walls, and
torture
thick,
tool
wrought
table.
iron bars
Yeah.
barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your
I didn't say anything about the mirror. And the whole place is different.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
Why is a cabin made out of brick like this?
Isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Minor
When you-
details.
What about the mirror?
Definitely do not. Does the mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
There is no mirror.
isn't
What are
a
you
mirror.
talking about?
Yeah.
There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
I'm trying to think. It doesn't
We
matter.
should treat everything in here like it matters. Exactly. Don't you care if we're being lied to? If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to
Yep.
you. Use your
Oh.
eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Why do we always see the mirror when the narrator can't?
Yeah,
becomes the
that is
question.
interesting.
Okay. Are we taking the blade with us, or are we going in empty-handed?
Maybe don't. Because last time, judging by, the logic of this version of us, why would we bring in the thing that got us killed last
Yeah, it's
time?
out of the
I'm afraid
basement.
I'm going to insist we take the blade.
Or not.
We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
All right,
Are you sure?
fine.
She killed us with it
Yeah, that's
last
what I was
time.
saying.
What if she turns it against us again? Yes, I'm sure. And I've already got a plan for that.
Of course
Oh.
you do.
Still with those past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world any monstrosity your only weapon. Because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon.
Yeah, she kind of needs an arm anyways.
Peachy.
Okay.
We'll be fine. Okay. I'm trusting you.
Same.
Hey, don't
No
I gotta say
shit.
it? What's the big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Damn.
Okay, well.
You do exactly that, sweeping the knife from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
What do these walls look like in here?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
You love saying that, don't
Her
you?
voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us?
Probably.
You walk
And
past
oh my
the
gosh,
eyes of the princess. She looks up at
Woo!
you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves.
Damn.
The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Well,
Jesus.
So much for cutting her out of
I
here.
was gonna say, that's not really an
Yeah.
option anymore on this one.
Hear yourself right now. Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the remnants of what usually would be there because she always has her left arm unlocked and all the
Yep.
other ones.
That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna decide how to deal with this princess. Next time.
Man, this game.
It's fucking wild, dude.
Uh,
It is such a wild trip, but I love it. What is gonna be your story, ma'am? And how the fuck am I gonna get you out of here, huh?
yeah, I don't. I don't know.
Oh man.
Hee.